inspired by people who do not stop creating beautiful things. Everybody here, we all inspire each other. So I am inspired by creators. I'm inspired by innovators. I am inspired by people who do not settle for anything but the best of themselves.
But I love anything that's visual. I love that combination of audio, video is something that I've loved from the beginning. I love people that's able to combine their musicality with visual and movements and form.
The biggest fulfillment I get from being a DJ is making other people have a good time. I think that's what clubbing is all about, is going crazy, letting loose, and enjoying themselves.
What food does is it brings people together. And when you bring people together, you enjoy company. And what you end up after the meal is having shared an experience that if it's so wonderful, you know, you share together and you end up telling people about it.
Nowadays, I unwind with good friends. We have sit-down dinners. It really gets you to that concept of friendship.
You know, one day I'll get old and wrinkly, and we all do, and it's all the other things that make life beautiful. You know, I'm lucky to have a husband who sees me with no makeup. I wear eyeglasses, and he sees me for who I am and not what I wear or, you know, all the makeup and stuff, and that's beautiful.
So you have to see, you have to know, you have to understand. When I make a film, I just don't tell stories. I do research, I immerse. Because even if I don't, you know, not necessarily show them in my film, but I am understanding my story 360 degrees. So that's how I also get inspired with, you know, with a lot of things. I have to understand them, I have to know them.
Opera has always fascinated me. I think it's, I like the grandness of it, the fullness of an opera, how emphatic emotions are expressed. And I've always liked that. So I did that, and I like journeys. In fact, when I do a collection, I think it has to be a journey.
Parang natatanggal yung stress ko talaga whenever I travel. Parang the joy of walking in a foreign street, yung tinitingnan mo lang yung mga tao, what they're wearing, their language, you just hear kahit hindi mo intindihan. It gives this talagang iba, sobrang inspiration na bibigay nun sa akin. More than parang inspiring me na parang, oh, I'll dress that way or I'll buy this thing. Hindi ako ganun eh. It's more of when you travel, parang mas nararamdaman mo na you're such a small fish in a huge ocean.
And when you travel, suddenly you see something and you say, oh, I like this, you pick it up. Oh, you go somewhere a bit more, let's say you go to Africa, you pick up an African mask. Okay, you go to Paris, you pick up something very classical and everything. And there should always be a way how to blend them together when it gets to your place. So I think my style is like that. It's like going through life and you collect things, you put them together, it creates a story.
I believe that in order for us to give a lasting impression, especially if you're a designer or an artist, you have to give them something to think about. And that's beyond what you can see. It's beyond the visual experience. So that's what I'm trying to impart all the time whenever I'm working, whenever I'm trying to make a collection. It's to give a story behind every collection that I'm making.
When I see a detail, let's say a ceiling, a wall, I take pictures of it and it's stuck in my head. And that image will translate into a design in the future. It's like, my head is like a computer. It really stores images. And if needed, for a particular, let's say, fashion show, it comes out.
There is a history behind each building, history, the passion, how they build this, and their secrets and intrigues. So this is very fascinating for me.
I like clean lines, and for me, more than the design, or more than texture or prints, it's the way a garment is made. As a model, I've seen how many designers or how designers have been, they put so much heart and love when they create an outfit or a gown. So I value craftsmanship a lot.
You know, I believe very much in discipline because you perfect your craft with discipline.
On the court, I'm really intense and fierce. If you'd ask my teammates, they would agree and say like I'm the most intense player in the court. And I think that's because I let myself be driven by my heart for the game. My coach always told me that that's the most essential thing when you're playing, to put your heart out.
If you close yourself off, you kind of lose already. If you always keep learning, then you're the man. You just keep on learning, you have fun doing it, enjoy your job.
My motto has always been live every minute. So I guess a perfect day is one where you've made the most of all your waking hours.
You've got magic to do.
There are no rules, never say never.
Philippines will always be close to my heart.
Manila, sharing an emotion.
Food brings people together.
Keep a smile on your face at the end of the day.
Never stop learning.
Find perfection in imperfection.
Beauty, you have to understand.
Beauty is discipline. Discipline leads to beauty.
Love inspires me.
Always amaze and be amazed.